Well, hello everyone there in the Toyverse. This, of course, is Bob O'Mac for Crisis in the Toyverse. And on today's show, I am looking at the Mezco 112 Collective Summer Exclusive Ronin Wolverine. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not going to try to be cool and hip and say, hey man, I love this story. I went through it and I know everything about it. I don't know why I'm talking in a southern voice either while saying that. But the truth is, I didn't even know this story existed. I saw the pre-order go up. I snagged it. I wanted to talk about it. And this is actually a really fun figure. But in terms of packaging, I really dig the package art on this, which is why I decided to show it. You got the claws coming out with the beautiful background. Of course, the Mezco sticker. You flip around, you got some nice, beautiful artwork on the back. That came out quite good, but we're not here to talk about boxes and artwork. We're here to talk about old Logan. That's right. Logan all suited up in a feudal Japan as a Ronin. He's getting ready to kick some butt, take some names, and then soak in the nature of Japan. Alright guys, let me bring the figure in closer here, get things set up, and we'll talk about the guy a lot more in depth. So here we are with Logan all set up in the dojo, and like I said, this figure is really awesome. And it's cool because it also doubles as a John Belushi samurai. Now if you just had a Garrison action figure to go with it, you would be totally set. All joking aside, this guy's awesome. Let's go ahead and talk about the head sculpt here first, the first one, because he does have an alternate. I really like this look. Oh wait, there's hair on there. But I do like this look with the short ponytail. This came out quite good. It's a different look for Wolverine that you could put on any other Wolverine figure you have. So that's always nice. As far as the outfit goes, it's stitched very well. It's got some nice detail. You got the X logos there. And then, of course, you got the belt, I guess. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I got it wrong. And then we got the pants here that flow very nice. And then, of course, I don't know where all this hair's from. We have his sandal shoes, which are made out of plastic. But that's pretty cool. Now, what I do really like here is the little details, like the hair on the chest. If I bring the forearms up just a moment, you can see the hair on the arms. Came out pretty good. There is a mismatch, though, for me, between the color of the neck and the color of the chest. But it's definitely not the end of the world. I don't know what happened there. I'm not an expert on things like that, but it doesn't bother me to the point where I'm like, this figure, nothing like that. But in terms of articulation, let's break that down. His head can go up, can go down, side to side, and Exorcist 360. Since he has a separate neck piece, can go down that much, and you can bring it back like so. Now, the cool thing about this figure is the clothing is very loose fitting, so the articulation doesn't really suffer. We got arms that go up tremendously well. If I bend the elbows back, you bring that back down and go up and back. Really no issues. Of course, we got our bicep cut right there, and then we have double bend at the elbows, and we have that ball peg that allows the hand to rotate and go side to side and swivel whatever direction you need it to. He does have a bit of a butterfly joint, so you guys know. In terms of the upper body, he's got a diaphragm joint that goes side to side. You can rotate it and bring it back and forwards. It does have the second part to that diaphragm joint down here. It's a little stiffer, but it goes ever so slightly so he can go down, and it goes back a lot more so you can bring it back. Now in terms of the legs, this Logan can pretty much do the splits. Bring it back in. You got your thigh cut like so. He kicks forward, and he kicks back like that. Jack. We got a double bend at the knee. No issues there. Works pretty well. And then we have his foot that goes down that much. Let's move that up. Of course, Wolverine is wearing socks, just so you guys know. Those are painted on, by the way. And it goes forward like so. And no peg holes on the bottom for this guy. And of course, we do have some rocking side to side like that. Let me go ahead and get all the accessories set up. But the articulation works really well on this guy, and I'm very happy for that. So, accessories, let's talk about them. So let's talk hands, folks. Right out of the gate, we got our claw hands, and these look pretty good. If you've seen the Old Man Logan, they are comparable to that. They got some nice detail on them. And they plug right in, really no issues. And then we got two gripping hands, which come in handy for both the short and long swords. And then we have a relaxed hand, like so. It would have been cool to have a second piece with this, but it's definitely not the end of the world, and I found a good way to use it, as you'll see in the slideshow at the end. So now let's talk about the weapons and some of the other accessories that old Logan... Actually, you know what? Before I do that, let's talk about the alternate head, since we got the hands here. Now, we've seen this head before. It does have a little bit different paint scheme to it. I actually think it looks a bit better than it did on the tiger stripe. Some people don't like the goofy expression, but I like the snarl, like I know I can kick your butt look. But this looks pretty nice, and it's always nice to have alternate Wolverine heads. So now let's cover weapons and other accessories, shall we? Alright, in terms of weapons, not including the claw hands, we have our short and long swords. So let me just bring those in here. Get the camera to work. We got some nice detail on it all around, and the cool thing is it does open up. The blade and the handle look quite nice. You just slide it back in like so, and then of course we have the bigger one, same detail and whatnot, and that opens up too. Now what you'll see on the screen is the proper way to put those in, or at least not proper, but one of the ways to put those onto the figure itself, and they go in quite easily, and they look good on the figure, which I think is always important. And talk about this scarf that wraps around him. Once again, you'll be seeing a video here in a moment of me wrapping the scarf around it so you can see it, but stretched out, the scarf actually has got some nice length to it. And the cool thing is, here on the top, we got some bendy wire. So you can get the scarf going in a lot of different poses, which I think toy photographer people, or for those who just like to display their figures, will enjoy. And like I said, as you can see on the video, you could wrap it around Logan. You could even use it as a hood, like they showed in the promotional photos. You could do lots of things with this, and I think that's really cool. Let's go ahead and talk about the display stand and go from there. And lastly, here is our Mezco 112 goodie bag to store all those fine accessories in. And then we have the flight stand piece, so you can get Wolverine chopping people's heads off in cool, fun ways. And that, of course, plugs in to this beautiful display stand by Mezco. Really digging this. This has a nice feel and texture to it, and couldn't be happier. So let's go ahead and do our size roundup and wrap this video up, okay, everyone? Well, here is the size roundup. Real quick, I just wanted to show how this Wolverine looks compared to other Wolverines in the line. Of course, we have our tiger stripe on the left, and then we have Old Man Logan on the right. And they're all pretty much in scale with one another. I believe that this Wolverine in the middle, the Ronin, is actually a little taller because of the sandals, but not by much. It's not like he's towering over him. Or anything like that. I still need the brown suit Wolverine. I should pick it up before it's too late. But, you know, I hope that helps you guys. Overall, if you can get your hands on this guy, by all means do so. I think he is a cool addition to your Wolverine collection. Now, I know some people are like, oh, I don't really want him. And then I get it. If it's not your cup of tea, totally understandable. But for myself, personally, when I saw the pictures of this guy, I knew I had to have him, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to get it. So if you guys have any questions about any of this, feel free to drop me a line. Let me know what you think. Share any input, thoughts, comments, suggestions, whatever the case may be. Personally, I just want to say thank you for everyone stopping by to check out the video, the channel, and all the fun stuff that goes with that. I really do appreciate that. If you get a chance, I have some links in the description below. I have some amazing people who help make this show possible. Go check those people out if you can. And that's pretty much it, everyone. Slideshow at the end. Take care, and until next time, great googly moogly.